Welcome to Green Machine Football 2011. I am John Roy along with Bob Pettit here to bring you all of this Green Machine action this year. Another promising year for the Maple Leafs.
Friday night, weather's great. It's just a little bit chilly out here. We had to wrap up, and no, it's just perfect football weather. Maybe a little warm, but you know that's what that first couple weeks of practice, the conditioning gets you ready to play a game in this kind of weather. But it's a beautiful night out here, nice crowd, and we're ready for Maple Leaf football.
It always gives you a chill that opening time out in the field for the players to come down through that tunnel and through the hoop to see who comes through that tunnel and who's going to be the leader for this year's team. As so much has been talked about as far as the inexperience of the Green Machine this year, but getting to know some of those kids out there. There's a lot of young kids out there that had a part in the varsity action here in the preseason, and so they're all on the same page, and I think they're ready to go.
I don't know if that was a race to see who could get through that thing first, but Judy Cap won the race for the first banner. The senior gets through. He'll be starting at the defensive safety position tonight. So, you know, fine. A lot of talk about a lot of new faces, retooling just a little bit here. You know, a lot of graduation losses and stuff. But boy, this looks to be a fine Maple Leaf team.
It certainly does. I know they're all fit and ready to play. And across the field from us, East Peoria Raiders, almost on the other end of the spectrum, as they were young the first couple years we played, or last year was our first year we played them, but they were very young last year. Now they're more experienced, so we'll see a more experienced team out of the East Peoria Raiders this year than we did last year.
Experienced they are, but they're still pretty junior laden because they were sophomore laden last year, of course, in that big win for the Leafs. But here we're going to be getting about ready for a kickoff, so we're going to find out what that year's experience done for them, and how well that first couple weeks of practice done for the Leafs.
East Peoria won the flip and deferred to the second half. Geneseo took the ball to open up this 2011 season. Back deep for the Maple Leafs, number 16, Matthew Rowley, flanked by Mitchell on the near side. DeCap on the far side. Kick from the right hash mark. Going to be a high kick. They come down to Mitchell at the 11. Pick up for a little bit of a seam. Mitchell goes from the 20 to the 23-yard line. Geneseo will open up on offense. First and 10 from their own 18 or 24-yard line.
Mitchell got ahead of steam, but there wasn't much hole there.
Not much at all that
time. Good coverage, good balanced coverage by the Raiders. So it's going to be a 80 or 77-yard drive, 76-yard drive to goal.
Luke Schneider, the sophomore, number 5, will lead them out of the huddle here as a sophomore quarterback, 5'11", 165 pounds. His fullback right behind number 33, Grant Burris, the junior. He'll be flanked by Mitchell, number 29, and number 37, Landon Hoon, the senior. First and 10 going from the south to the north here at Geneseo. Going to look for a sweep play. Mitchell's got a corner. Mitchell gets over the 25, down to about the 30-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup by Mitchell off the right side.
Nice hole that Lucas for the Raiders filled that hole a little bit, but looked like a nice hole opening up. It's kind of a one-man tackle. If he could have got a body on him, that would have been a big gainer. Let's pick up 5.
Seth Daniels opens up at the center position for the Maple Leafs, the senior, 5'11", 230 pounds. He's flanked by Brian Johnson, number 66, the senior, going 210 pounds, 6 foot tall. The left side of him is Jared Burton, number 73, senior, 6 foot, 240. We come up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 5 for the Leafs. Ball sits right on the 30-yard line. Schneider looks him over. Two wing back, or now they go mid motion, gives the ball to Hoon. About 1 gain of play, moves it out to the 31-yard line. I'll bring up 3rd and about 4 for the Leafs.
A little confusion in the backfield there, and a little slow developing. So give some credit to the Raiders that they did stuff that one up. Going to have to get used to these new linemen out here this year, John. Going to have some new horses up there, but Coach Larry Johnson said they whipped those horses pretty good. First couple weeks, got them in shape, and I think they're raring to go.
The team leader, J.J. Rivera, will line up on this left end. Now he'll flip over to the right side as he breaks the huddle. The 6'3", 210-pound senior. Huffman, number 70, senior, 6'4", 240. Call it 3rd and a long 3. Going to drop back the pass. Gets the ball in the air, completed nicely out to the wing. Nice catch over on the far sideline by DeCap, I believe, that time. DeCap right along the sideline. First down, Maple Leafs.
One of the questions they had for the young Snyder was, how well he's going to throw the ball when they need to.
Yep.
Drop back, put it right on the button.
Quite a competition through the camp and also preseason here in the quarterback position. It's about 4 of them battling for the spot. Good competition breeds pretty good player out there. We break the huddle. 1st and 10. Ball sits on the 39-yard line. Geneseo in the green jerseys, yellow pants. Daniels brings him up, sets himself for the ball, wide right side. Goes receiver,
yep.
and they're going to call him for offsides, I believe, as he came up and stepped over the line of scrimmage. Nope, they're going to call. They're going to call East Peoria offsides.
Yeah, yes, number 76 lined up offsides. Robbie Betts had lined up offsides. Unfortunately for the Raiders, that's going to give. There's nothing better than 1st and 5.
Moves the ball to the 44-yard line up Geneseo. We're opening kickoff, first drive of the season here in 2011. The Green Machine checking out of the game. Here comes Michael Daniels, number 39. Mitchell sets himself on the wing back left side. 2 backs to the backfield. Burris along with Hoon. Going to go sweep play. Got a corner. Hoon with a carry over the 50. Breaks over the 50 down to the 40. Gets a straight arm. Still on his feet. Down to the 30-yard line. Takes the ball down, steps out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Big gain by Hoon.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I think Coach Mackey and the official kind of got tangled up as Landon Hoon got on him really quick. Yeah, the official tried to take out Coach Mackey on that play. And
first down picked up by.
Apparently nobody's hurt on the sideline.
23-yard pickup on the play for Hoon.
Outstanding run by Hoon, turning that corner. Was not going to go down easy. Just
underway here. Geneseo's opening drive of the game. Double wing set with Hoon and Mitchell. One back in the backfield is Burris. Schneider, the quarterback. Gets the first man through. Nice pickup that time by Burris, hard running junior. 6'2", 185 pounds.
The Raiders are going to find out if they don't stop that play, it's going to be a long night.
They have a great big fella lines up at nose guard for him. Does East Peoria. 270 pounds, a junior.
Seth Daniels gets to just take him one side or the other, create a little bit of seam. Seth knows how to do that. Seth came in and did an outstanding job last year.
2nd and 5, got to go sweep play this time. Mitchell with the carry. Mitchell gets in behind those blockers, gets a nice pickup, maybe a first down as he just sticks his head down between the backside of our lineman and just follows them through the hole. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Leafs.
Nice block on the right side.
Ball sets at the 24-yard line of East Peoria.
Brian Johnson, who played the tight end position last year, has really had a great offseason in terms of gaining some strength. He lines up at the guard position at 210 pounds.
I give a lot of credit to Brian Johnson for as much work as he's done to make himself available to play anywhere Coach Johnson needs him to play. It's 3rd and 1 for the Leafs. Going to give this ball to Hoon. Hoon's going to pick up the first down. Gets down about the 21-yard line. First down for the Leafs as they move it just outside the 20-yard line. Hoon on the carry off that left side. That left side includes Burton along with Huffman and J.J. Rivera and Seth Daniels at the center position. Opening possession, 9 minutes left in this first quarter.
I don't think it was a secret or a quick decision on Johnson either, because he changed that big 66 number. He intended to be a horse in there.
Yeah.
Got Connor Luxmore at that right tackle, and they're running right off of those boys, doing a nice job.
Connor Luxmore's a kid too that I remember having him down at the youth level. You know, kind of a tall, skinny, slender guy, but he's put some weight on now, and he's carrying that weight real well and real athletic looking on the field.
Connor also has worked very hard in the offseason, last couple off seasons actually. And he's gone to camps, done all the things you got to do to get the strength, and he's earned some playing time.
Yeah, one kid that set a goal and went and got it. You know, that type of kid. So
good to see.
So we got a timeout in the field by East Peoria. 8:49 left in the first quarter. No score on the board. Geneseo has the opening kickoff and been marching the ball downfield, Green Machine style.
East Peoria had a nice defensive play on the second play of the game, and they got all fired up, but they have not been able to stop the Leafs.
So Geneseo comes straight from the sidelines to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. No score on the board yet. And now we have marked the ball ready to play. Schneider at quarterback. Daniels at the center position. Oh, nice counter play. Stuck inside with Hoon with the carry. I don't know where they're going to mark him. It looked like almost like he hit his knee back at about the 22-yard line, but he fell forward. They're going to mark it at the 19.
Little counter pitch.
Yep. Checking in the game now, number 39 for the Leafs.
Didn't fool them as much as they thought it would on that particular play.
Michael Daniels will line up at an in position. Burris at the 3-back, or the fullback position.
Daniels split out. Rivera at the tight end on the far side.
Trying to get a corner built there. Oh, snuck it into Burrs' stomach, and he's inside the 5-yard line. East Peoria did a stunt that time and ran right by the ball carriers. Burrs took that ball. Nice read by Schneider to get the ball to him, and he took it down inside the 5-yard line, right at the 5-yard line. First and goal, Maple Leafs.
Nice read. All the Burrs had to do was just slip right off of that defense. As you said, they were stunting more heavily to the left side.
Yep.
Lyman did a nice job. Just hook them just a little bit, create a seam, and that's Green Machine football. Hand it to fullback and see what he can get. 14
yards on the carry. First and goal from the 5. Right hash mark. Gonna go sweep play. Might have a corner. He's gonna get outside the 5. He's gonna be close to touchdown. Hoon, touchdown for 5 yards out. Just to barely one hand hit him. Not enough to stop Landon as he goes down for the touchdown at the north end of the field. Be the 5th caller to the Roman's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. Must be redeemed within 1 week. Again, live broadcast viewers and listeners only. All right. On to do the kicking chores.
Once again, we got to give a lot of credit. The running backs obviously look good. The young quarterback, Snyder, looked good, but those linemen did a really nice job of bringing that ball down the field.
Claus on to do the PAT. Kicks up. That's going to be good by Claus. Under the hold of number 13, Nathan Yeager.
Nathan Yeager, again, the junior who is in the running for the quarterback. Nathan Yeager, in terms of passing, throws a nice ball. I think that quarterback battle probably went down to the wire with several guys. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the system right now. But Snyder proved that he earned that spot and did a nice job of leading the team down the field. The offensive line definitely won the battle out there.
Yes,
they absolutely blew the defensive line of the Raiders off the ball, took the ball on the field in typical Green Machine fashion.
10 plays, 76 yards, eating up 4 minutes and 21 seconds of this first quarter. 5-yard touchdown run by Landon Hoon. Claus with the PAT, good to make the score 7-0. Claus will also handle the long kicking chores here as he tees it up on the 40-yard line. Kicking from the south to the north. No breeze to speak of here this evening. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Anna Mason this evening before the game.
Hope some folks are enjoying this live. Might have got to see that on the if you hooked up on the internet.
Go to the internet, picks up live video. Claus on the kick, and a little offside. And fielded nicely by East Peoria on one bounce, and he gets tackled at about the 48, 49-yard line of East Peoria. It'll be 1st and 10, and we'll see the defense for Geneseo for the first time. Nose guard for Geneseo, Greg Strawhacker, number 79, the junior, 285 pounds. He'll be flanked at tackles by Joe Huffman, 6'4", 240 pounds, and the other tackle will be Michael Daniels, number 39, the junior, 5'10", 205. The middle linebackers, Tyler Craig and Tyler Craig and David Behrens in the middle. Here we'll go 1st and 10 for East Peoria. They'll look to throw the ball. Shotgun formation. You give the ball to the up man. He gets stopped short. Loses maybe a yard. On the tackle there, number 70 for the Leafs, Joe Huffman, getting a piece of that action. Joe Huffman hadn't been with us for a couple years. Decided to come back out this year, and certainly glad he has.
And Greg Strawhacker, I didn't see who came off the bottom. Greg Strawhacker hit him low and hard. He was the first one to get to the point of contact. They call it no gain. It looked like it was going to be about a yard loss.
Yeah, it did. So we'll call it 2nd and 10. Ball sits on the 48-yard line of East Peoria. Spread offense for East Peoria in white jerseys. Maroon-colored pants. Ball, Ethan Reschke's hands and just dropped out, number 44. We had it defended well. The quarterback panicked a little bit and just dumped it out there right into Ethan's hands. He had some green in front of it if he could have caught that one.
Missed his receiver by about 5 yards, and Ethan had to be kind of looking downfield, see where he's going to go with it, because that was just too easy, and he's kicking himself real hard right now. But the net result is 3rd and 10.
Inside linebackers, number 36, David Behrens, number 55, Tyler Craig. We'll call it 3rd and 10. Ball's at the 49-yard line of East Peoria. Looking to get the ball out. And brought him down the backfield. Geneseo snuffed that one out. David Behrens. Michael Daniels, I believe, in the tackle. Michael Daniels.
That is Daniels.
From the right side, just snuffed the quarterback and just wrapped him up and said, "You're not going anywhere, you're going down." Nice play by Michael Daniels. The junior, 5'10", 205, and they'll go into punt formation. Back deep will go number 26.
Well, it is early, but there was a lot of discussion about replacing all the linemen off both sides of the ball for the Maple Leafs. At this point in time, these young men have proved that they deserve to be there.
Bush and Rowley both back deep. Spiral punt. Going to come up. They're going to let the ball hit the ground. Well, obviously, Dunning kick was not a very long punt. It's going to roll dead at the 20-yard line, and Geneseo's offense comes back on the field. That's the way to start playing defense in the first series of downs right there.
0 gain on the first two plays. Third one, a net lost yardage. And the Maple Leaf, the front line actually there was just a complete domination on defensively for the Maple Leafs.
Has been
now. They had no options on that particular series.
And in East Peoria comes up with some pretty good sized boys out in front of them too. A couple of big kids out there in the line, both offense and defense. Wing back, left side for Geneseo. Nothing going that time. They snuffed that counter play out. Wasn't a real good mesh in the backfield that time by the Leafs. Loss of about 5 on a play.
It appears that they have worked. The counter has not worked very well yet today, so it appears that they have worked on that particular play.
Right.
Maple Leafs going to mix it up here a little bit. See what they do on 2nd 14. Daniels brings the play in again.
The left tackle for the defense of East Peoria goes 270 pounds. Robbie Bentz, 6'4". The other tackle up front, number 63, lines up at nose guard, goes 185, and the other one, number 60, it appears Doty, is 215. 2nd and 15 for the Leafs at their own 15-yard line. Give the ball up the middle again. Burris gets 5 yards back. Going to make it 3rd and 10 for the Leafs. Running the plays in and out is DeCap along with Daniels.
They haven't proved they can stop the fullback yet.
Nope.
So I expect Coach Johnson to try to exploit that just a little bit, see how long it's going to take him to really stop that fullback straight up the middle.
Here in the third quarter, Leafs are up 7-0 with 4:51 left in this first quarter with their 2nd possession of the year. Guys in the backfield. Hoon and Burris in the backfield. Wing back is Mitchell, is near side. That time, quarterback keeps the ball, gets it out to the 25. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 6 for the Leafs, and they will bring the punt team on the field.
That possession obviously not as fruitful. Going to have to kick the ball away. Give the defense an opportunity to prove that that wasn't a fluke on their first possession.
Right. Dropping back to do the punting chores, number 25, Mitch Miller. Personal protector. Rowley back there, 16. They're bringing everybody. One man back deep.
Just missed.
Nice kick. He bobbled the ball.
Shoelace tackle by Johnson out there.
Yep.
He just about got around in that corner. Johnson reached out and grabbed that leg and ankle and tripped him up. Don't know if he got a whole lot farther, but mostly lateral running on that particular play. He's trying to reverse the field, get around the other side and around that corner. That was close as you want to come to a block. It looked like it might have went between his hands.
First and 10 for East Peoria at the Geneseo 49-yard line. Shotgun formation, walks up, gives the ball to fullback. Initial contact, the point of attack, right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for about 3.
He's going to pick almost 4 on that.
Yep.
That's a. The Raiders of East Peoria are starting to find a little fire here.
Yep.
That stop they made on that last series kind of give them a little bit of fire.
3:20.
Time for the Green Machine to kind of bow their necks a little bit.
3:24 left in this first quarter. Geneseo up 7-0. Spread offense. Gives the ball up the middle, it goes. Tackled downfield after the pick up the first down by Mitchell. On the carry for East Peoria's number 10.
That Jake Hornig is 5'9", 205, and he is one bowling ball of a ball player. He looks like he just rolls down the field. Does not go down easy.
Yeah,
does not go down easy.
So first down for East Peoria at the Geneseo 34-yard line. Two receivers near side as they go towards the south end zone. On the coverage out wide here, Singbush. They give the ball to fullback once again. That time he stopped and knocked backwards 5 yards. I think Seth Daniels had something to do with that one, along with David Behrens.
Outstanding play by the Leafs. Snuffed that one out. It looked like they were trying some trickery there. Nobody bought it.
Yeah, trying to move the ball around the backfield a little bit.
I think they really wanted to convince everybody the quarterback had the ball, but it was not a good job.
So we'll call it 2nd and 15 from the 39-yard line at Geneseo. The Green Machine walk up tight. Linebacker shooting the gap. They're going to put the ball in the air. Big pursuit. Little screen play coming out wide here.
Nice.
Rivera makes a nice open field tackle. After a gain of 5 yards on the screen play, Rivera fights off a blocker and just wraps up number 10 and brings him down. 3rd down now for the Raiders. Leafs up by the score 7-0.
Got to give Craig a little credit on that play. He took out 2 blockers. There was 3, maybe 4 blockers, at least 3 blockers ahead, and Craig and Rivera were the only green jerseys in sight. And Craig took out a couple of them, so Rivera only had 1 blocker on him. He shed that, made the tackle. Outstanding play by those 2 players.
3 wideouts left side. 1 to the right side. Rescues here.
Nice.
Nice strength tackle over there. Rolly Hoon along with Ray Singbush on the tackle. Brings it 4th down and long for East Peoria. A lot of discussion on the far sideline of East Peoria. 1 minute and 6 seconds left in this first quarter. Geneseo up 7-0. East Peoria on their 2nd possession of the game.
They had a field goal kicker out pregame, kicking the ball quite a distance, but they're not going to try anything here.
4th and 7. Quarterback going to draw back to pass. He's got some time.
This is going to be a tough play right here. He's going to be a tough play. Oh, he may have. They marked him forward progress. He's going to mark that. He's going to mark progress 1 yard beyond the first down marker. He's going to get the first down on 4th and 8.
First down, East Peoria. You're right at the 23-yard line.
He had a lot of running distance. When I said it was going to be a tough play, it was going to be very difficult for those defensive backs to get up there in time and stop him before the first down marker, and they just creeped across it.
1 man for East Peoria out wide left, way wide. Ray Singbush on the coverage out that way. 2 stand-up ends on the right side. Kicks the ball to 10, looking to get some yardage, nothing going.
Tough runner.
Gives him about 3 yards on the carry. Moves the ball right to the 20-yard line. 15 seconds left in this first quarter. To run out. The clock will run out before they have a chance to run a final play here in the first quarter.
Strawhacker on the bottom. Behrens is also in the pile. Horde of Leafs running on that one, but Strawhacker was the one down with the wrap at the bottom of the pile. So here we go.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play here in the opening game for the Green Machine, the score 7-0, Maple Leafs on top. We'll be back after this.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Studio G Salon and Spa, Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Geneseo Telephone Company, Phoenix Interiors, Central Bank, Holland & Sons Equipment, Durian Builders, Turpins of Geneseo, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Crow Ford, Stackhouse Moore Funeral Services, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Welcome back as we get set to start this second quarter of action here in Geneseo's opening football game of the year against the East Peoria Raiders. East Peoria Raiders play in the Mid-Illini 10 conference. Sophomore game will be played tomorrow. And now we're ready to start the second quarter. East Peoria will be going towards the north here at Geneseo. Here we go. It's called 2nd and 7 for East Peoria. Shotgun formation. Once again, they're going to look to give the ball to number 10, the big running back, and he picks up maybe 4 yards. Not enough for the first down. Bring up a 3rd and about 3 for East Peoria.
Rivera, the first to wrap him up. The rest of the Maple Leaf line came over to help, and the reinforcements kept him from too much.
I'm following the wrong line across there. They still have a 3rd and about 5 yards rather than 3.
3rd and 5. This is the first defensive red zone test for the Leafs of the season. So, you know, you work on these things in practice, and what you need is different colored jerseys over there to see how well you do.
Ball deflected down by Hoon that time. Everybody saw him coming. Gets his hands up and knocks it down to bring up 4th down for East Peoria. That's a big play right there.
There was that Craig and Hoon and Rivera in the backfield. There were so many guys in the backfield. It looked like a screen.
Yeah, they were really working that left side of the East Peoria line. They're going to try to field goal kick. Going to put the ball down at the 25-yard line, which will make it a 32-yard attempt.
This is only about 12 yards farther than it would have been down the other end. I was wondering, that was a lot of leg.
No good, off to the left. Had enough leg, I think, didn't he, Bob?
Yep.
Just off to the left a little bit.
Looked like it had the distance, but hooked it just a bit. So the Maple Leafs going to get the football right there at the original line of scrimmage, which is going to be about the 26.
Yep.
No, we're going to the 20.
Yeah, 20, that's right.
My bad.
NFL.
Yeah.
Not quite.
I thought it was the Packers.
Yep, there you go. We'll help you along. 1st and 10, Maple Leafs. At their own 20-yard line as Hoon checks out. In goes Schneider, the huddle. Number 5, the sophomore quarterback. Said who else is up there in the backfield with him? Setting this near side will be 26 with Singbush. Under center he goes, 1st and 10. Going to give the ball to Singbush, let him run the ball, give him 5 yards.
A lot of explosion out of that backfield. Singbush exploded out of that backfield.
There's some speed there.
He hit that hole hard, and they picked up a quick 5.
I'm sure that's what Coach Johnson wants to do here, kind of spell some of his starters that are having to go both ways due to our experience level. But certainly they bring in experience in the backfield that time. Singbush picks up 5 while Hoon stands on the sideline and catches his breath ready for the next play.
Well, Mitchell will do a lot of defensive work also, so he'll go both ways. Hoon obviously goes both ways. Singbush obviously goes both ways. A lot of
2nd 10 for the Leafs. Oh, went forward. I didn't catch who had the ball there. I think it was
that's Burris.
Burris on the carry right at the first down marker.
Grant Burris on the quick hitter right up the middle.
1st down, Green Machine at the 30-yard line.
Once again, that experience.
That was quick again. That was a quick play.
That experience developed last year by Seth Daniels is going to give them a lot of help on that line. You know, they talk about inexperienced line. Seth Daniels, of course, the most experienced one up there. J.J. Rivera also got a lot of time at end, of course. You know, and Brian Johnson moved from the end spot to the guard spot. So those guys know what it takes, and the other guys work so hard in the offseason. And Huffman coming back playing football is a big plus for the Leafs this year.
Fills that hole at that tackle position. Timeout in the field by the Maple Leafs.
So the Maple Leafs passed their test, their first red zone test defensively. Get the ball back, ready to march down the field. They have been stopped. The first drive was a very methodical 77-yard drive, I believe.
Right, yep.
The second one, they were stopped on the first series. Raiders got a little bit of momentum from that, but drove the ball down the field, but stalled out with a missed field goal.
I think Huffman's out in the sidelines here. I think he maybe just winded a little bit too much, maybe a little dehydrated.
He's standing. until they lay him on that stretcher, it's not too serious.
Luxmore comes in, number 77.
I'm not sure who the Luxmore, of course, was in. So
Yep. Yeah, you're right. It would have been their other side.
yeah.
1st and 10, leaves at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think Snyder still had the ball
Yep.
there. It looked kind of a little bit of a mix-up there, but Snyder ended up eating that ball
Well, they
for a loss.
they were shooting all their linebackers at that line of scrimmage. Not much to do there.
I haven't seen who went in at
I didn't either.
the tackle spot on the other side over there, but Huffman's still standing here talking to Q, which is not a good thing. I'd rather have him talk to one of the coaches. So as we see him come up the line over there.
Still can't pick it up exactly. Maybe.
Might be Cameron
Throw
Panacucci.
the ball, gets the ball out flat here.
Oh,
Up to the 35-yard line.
a little nice stick at the end.
Little flip out there.
Yeah.
The ball was caught by Michael Daniels. Nice set of hands on him. Had a beautiful interception the other night at the green-white game in return.
Daniel shuffling plays at that tight end position with Drudy Cap.
7-0 Maple Leafs on top here with 8:53 left in the second quarter.
Is it 56 over there? I believe that might be Panacucci.
It could be, yeah.
56.
3rd and a long 4 for the Leafs. They can get it around the corner.
Singbush.
Singbush on the carry, gets a couple. Did he fumble the ball? I think they blew him dead.
And nobody's getting excited except East Peoria players. Officials are not.
Pointing to the ground. So it's,
Yep, they're pointing that ball down. It's going to be about
so it's going to be a
couple
4th
yards.
down. It's going to be a 4th and a long 2 for the Leafs. They'll go into punt formation. Rivera will come in and do the kicking chores.
So another stalled out drive by the
Yep.
Leafs. East Peoria at this point in time is showing a little improvement over last year's squad.
Mitch Miller will be doing the punting chores. Nice snap. A little knuckleball punt, going to bounce down. Nice tackle that time, open field tackle that time by Derek Mitchell.
Forced wide,
his block.
forced wide by Kyle Patterson. You know, he saved a little bit of time, and Mitchell came in, did a nice open field job. Mitchell has total disregard for his safe well-being.
Yep. Sam Thomas on the field. Ball boy tonight.
He's moving so fast, how could you tell? It's just kind of a blur.
I didn't say that.
It's just kind of a blur.
Going to be a timeout in the field by East Peoria. 7-0 Maple Leafs on top here with 7:38 left in this first half. We'll resume play. The ball will be on the 38-yard line of East Peoria. 1st and 10.
You know, we used to give Zach Mackey a lot of plugs there for running that ball in and out.
Yep.
And Zach, he's working his way towards that microphone job.
Yep.
He's gonna try to help us out here on the broadcast from the sideline, and maybe with some locker room information at halftime, and maybe some sideline information after the game. And if we're not careful, it's you or me.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to replace somebody. I don't know who.
I was thinking about that as he was up here earlier. He could take you to one of our spots.
He did basketball games with Zach last year, and he is what a talented young man he is. Has great ambitions in his career, and he'll do well, guaranteed.
Yep, he sure will. So we're back to action now with 7:38 left in the second quarter. Geneseo out by the score 7-0. A long sustained drive to open up the game. East Peoria spread offense. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers out this near side, which is the west side of the field, right in front of the Geneseo bench. 1 back in the backfield.
Oh!
Quarterback kept the ball.
He did.
I didn't pick it up either. I thought he'd given it.
Well, the deceptive part was that Tyler Craig went to check him off, and he didn't think he had the ball.
Got to wrap him up there.
He had that
Picked up 6.
He had that thing tucked away so well that Craig didn't think he had the ball. You could just see that.
Picked up 6 yards in the play. 2nd and 4, we'll call it. East Peoria. Ball sits on their own 44-yard line. 1 wide receiver to the right side. Shotgun formation. 46 for the carry this time. Has a seam downfield. Picks up the first down inside the 45, down to about the 42-yard line.
Tackled by Rivera, but that was way too deep for Rivera to be making a tackle. We need to stuff that thing up a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
First down.
Pretty wide hole.
It was wide open.
Wide hole to get through. He had a steam and nobody touched him.
Wide receivers come out wide, this near side in front of the Geneseo bench. 1st and 10. Ball's on the 42-yard line of Geneseo. 6:38 left in this first half. Geneseo up 7-0. Spread offense. Quarterback keeps the ball once again. Boy, we had just about had it stacked up in the backfield.
It did look like he was wrapped up, John, and he just wiggled out of there and picked up an extra 5, more than I thought he was going to get.
So it brings up 2nd and 5. Yeah, we were right there that time.
We're going to find out as the game progresses how the conditioning factor will.
Sure will be.
See which team that favors.
Shotgun formation. Geneseo trying to shoot the gaps here. The linebackers walk up. Now the quarterback stands up from his stance and looks to the sidelines. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds left in the game clock, the play clock. Ball's on the ground. Geneseo may have came up with it. No, I believe the quarterback fell on it. We are all over him. They'll bring up 3rd down for East Peoria. They'll lose about 10 yards on the play.
Sometimes you need a little bit of a break to break the momentum, and maybe that's it. Maybe the Leafs can take advantage of that. This is a great opportunity to hold them right here because they are not in striking distance if they can hold them on this one down.
Here we go. 3rd and 15. Defense loosens up a little bit. Quarterback drop back to pass. Gets the ball downfield. And Reschke on the coverage, stride for stride with the receiver down the far side. Nice coverage by the defensive backs of Geneseo.
They had 2 wideouts down there, and they were well covered.
Yep.
In both cases, so the Maple Leafs passed that test.
The Maple Leafs are using a little more of a college, almost defensive back situation now, rather than just the steady.
And they worked hard on that this summer.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the 7-on-7 things that they're probably more defensive work than offensive work for the 7-on-7 game.
Yep. Punt formation. Punt. Red needs to get away from that ball. Poison was yelled as soon as he kicked the ball. Nice call by Coach Johnson on the near sideline here. 4:57 left in this first half. Geneseo up 7-0, and they come on the field with that 4:57 left in the clock, and they take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. See if we can't get something rolling here a little bit in the offensive side of the ball.
Machine dominated the first 2 possessions. The first offensive possession, they drove to score. The first defensive possession, completely dominated. And from that point on, this has been a really good ball game.
Yeah, it's been back and forth.
East Peoria has a vastly improved team.
Yes.
Second half is, could be a completely different story, and Stamina is going to have a lot to say with that.
Daniels brings them up the line of scrimmage, tight formation. Schneider at quarterback, wing back right side, Hoon goes in motion. Gives the ball up the middle, nice pickup by the Leafs, as they're going to pick up a good solid 5 on the carry.
Fullback Barons on the carry.
I think they just got some East Peoria guys on rollerblades and moved them backwards that time because the pile just moved. What we like to see here.
Again, questions were asked about the inexperience of that offensive line, but I think they're doing a nice job. The fullback has not been stopped. The fullback has not been stopped in this game to this point.
2nd and 4 for the Leafs. Going towards the south here at Bob Reed Field. Going to give the ball up the middle again. Got some room. There goes Burris out to the 50-yard line.
Fullback still has not been stopped.
You're right there. Burris, number 33, the junior, 6'2", 185-pound fullback.
This is one of those times where you attempted just to hand it to him and say, okay, we're going to run this thing till you stop it.
Something's working up front. That was a 19-yard pickup by Burris. And they'll check him out of the game.
Got to give credit up the middle again to those boys up front. Daniels, Burton, Huffman, Johnson. Is Huffman back in there yet? Luxmore.
Yep.
Luxmore's on this end.
That time they read the fullback. Give him a yard on the carry. That time Barron's on the ball carrier.
That was Hoon.
Oh, that was Hoon that time. Yep. Daniels checks himself in.
So they still haven't stopped the fullback.
Nope. You're right. Ball sits just inside East Peoria territory, the 49-yard line. 2nd and 9 will call for the Leafs as they come up the line of scrimmage. Tight formation. Wing back is Singbush on the right side. Hoon at the 3-back, right behind Schneider, the quarterback. Give the ball up the middle. Gets it over the 45 down to about the 44-yard line for the Leafs. On the carry that time again was, I didn't pick up who carried the ball that time.
I thought it was Hoon, but Mitchell came out of the bottom of the pile, and I don't know whether he was blocking or had the ball.
Hoon with the carry.
Yeah, it was Hoon.
As we do have the benefit of instant replay here in the booth, but nowhere else. So we're going to have a 3rd and 5 for the Leafs.
And we do have Big 70 over there, Mr. Huffman. We were asking earlier. He is back in the game, so whatever kept him out was not serious.
Kind of a big play here, late here in the 2nd quarter. Going to give the ball to Hoon. He's still on his feet. Hoon going to get the first down plus about 2 or 3. Moves the ball inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. Goes Hoon. Here at Geneseo, Bob Reed Field scores 7-0 with 2:25 left in the first half.
Daniels in to cap out, running those plays in and out. So I don't know if you really consider that a rest or not, playing every other play, but you've got to run in and off the field each time.
You got to run 40 yards of the huddle every time.
So Michael Daniels running basically both ways and not getting a lot of rest.
1st and 10 for the Leafs. Looking to drop back and pass. Got one downfield. Intercepted at the 8-yard line, or at the 4-yard line.
Snyder just put that one up, hoping that Mitchell would run under it. I believe it was Mitchell was running down the field, hoping Mitchell would run under that ball. Is that correct? That was Mitchell, huh? And the defender laid out, made an outstanding catch.
He certainly did. 2 minutes left in the half.
Rivera
7-0.
Rivera stands there and looks at it in disbelief that he really make that catch.
Got to keep our heads up and keep playing here.
2 minutes left in the half, and the Maple Leafs were driving, moving the ball well. Tried a little bit of a surprise, put it in the air.
I'm sure East Peoria now will go in that shotgun, looking to throw the ball down the field. They only have one timeout in their pocket. Barons looks to shoot a gap. Quarterback's going to keep the ball near the goal line.
There you go.
Wrestled down that time. Inside the 5 was
that's Panacucci right there.
Nice play. Panda.
Yeah. Cameron Panacucci in there. You know, that was the same play that we were fooled on earlier, and Panacucci was not to be fooled. Wrapped him up, brought him down.
Yep. Clock's on the move. Inside 1:30 left in the first half. Geneseo up 7-0.
About another stop or two, and 2 for sure, but maybe one more stop, and Geneseo's about ready to call timeout.
Yep.
Make sure they get that ball back.
Wide left, wide right they go. They get spread the field. One back in the backfield with the quarterback. He's in his own end zone, looking to throw the ball out. Oh, he gets it completed.
Yep.
Still on his feet. Brought down right at the first down marker by Rivera. They're going to give him the first down. The 1:05 left in the half.
Just a nice little screen pass.
Yep, one-man screen is about all it was out in front of him.
It was, and just not covered well. Leafs anxious to get in there and try to get that sack. Kind of bit on that a little bit, just dumped it over their head. And the Raiders got what they wanted. They still have a long ways to go in 54 seconds, and they're not in any hurry to do it. So they're going to be satisfied going to the locker room down by 7, it appears.
Ball sits on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
unless they throw long.
Right. 43 seconds left in the clock. Wide receivers left, wide right. Give the ball to running back up the middle. And brought down at the 32-yard line. Clock stops with 32 seconds left.
That's number 46. That, yeah.
Reschke on the tackle.
Ryan Potendijk. Or Potendijk. They got some big horses running that football.
Yes, they do. 25 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Geneseo up 7-0.
Got some big fellas in the line, too. That Robbie Betts is only about 6'4", 270.
They're going to spread the field again. One receiver out wide, top the screen. Knocked out of bounds right in front of us here at the 40-yard line. 8 seconds left on the clock.
Reschke came up on that play, took the blocker out.
It almost looks
trying
like
to stack that up.
Pick play is what it looks like on this receiver breaking the outside, and one of the receivers inside blocking or picking our defender. 8 seconds left in the first half.
I think Reschke actually tried to stack him up a little bit, try to bottle that play up, and obviously with 8 seconds left, they just can't get with the big play.
Fullback with the ball up the middle, out to the midfield, brought down by Rowley and Hoon with 2 seconds left.
They're going to stop the clock to move the chains, but it doesn't look like East Peoria is going to call timeout. Now they're going to run. They're going to run the clock, and they're going to head to the locker room.
So at the end of the first half here at Bob Reed Field, Green Machine's opening game of the 2011 season. At halftime, Geneseo 7, East Peoria 0.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Studio G Salon and Spa, Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Geneseo Telephone Company, Phoenix Interiors, Central Bank, Holland & Sons Equipment, Durian Builders, Turpins of Geneseo, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Northside Rexall Drug, Protec Auto Body, Crow Ford, Stackhouse Moore Funeral Services, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
rugby.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Studio G Salon and Spa, Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Geneseo Telephone Company, Phoenix Interiors, Central Bank, Holland & Sons Equipment, Durian Builders, Turpins of Geneseo, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Crow Ford, Stackhouse Moore Funeral Services, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back as we get set to start the second half of play here at Bob Reed Field. Score 7-0, Maple Leafs on top as the student body just did their rendition of Jump Around at the far end of the field. 12 minutes on the clock, and Geneseo will take, we got a wrestling match here with a window next to me.
Our boss is giving all kinds of hand signals, and I don't always read them right, but I finally shut up just in time.
Claus with the kick. The onside kick bounces. Nice bounce that time for East Peoria right in their hands. Might find a little seam. Going to break to the outside. Flag on the play. Far sideline going to take it back down to about the 36-yard line, but there's a flag. I thought I saw a flag thrown on the play.
There is a flag
right over here.
Right here about the 50-yard line, and they are talking about bringing it back. You can see that. If it was, they're going to talk to the Landon Hoon, the captain for the Maple Leafs, one of the three captains.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Landon Hoon and J.J. Rivera
and Derek Mitchell
are the captains for the 2011 Leafs.
That time we kind of tried to squib kick off the tee to open up the second half, and it was a perfect bounce right up in the East Peoria front line, and they made a good run of the ball.
That's actually 2 for 2.
Yes.
The 2 kickoffs today have really not been as successful as they'd like them to be. This one turned out kind of a little bit of success in the sense that they picked up the penalty, but that would have been a pretty sweet starting position for, for the Raiders.
1st and 10 for the Raiders as it is at their own 39-yard line. 2 receivers wide right side, 1 left. Rescue on the quarterback's going to keep the ball. Getting pushed out of the pocket. Throws that ball away over the top of the head. Coverage out there was Role against number 8.
Great pressure by the Leafs. Rivera in his face. Try to think. I wish that gentleman would turn just a little bit. Oh, that was Daniels from the other side. Daniels up in pursuit.
Still a comeback, 2nd and 10 from their own 39-yard line. 3 receivers this near side. Going to give the ball to 46. Finds a seam up the middle. Dragged down there and brought down finally by Singbush along with number 55. That would be Craig.
Nothing fancy about that play. You know, you got the running back stacked right there, and it's a front handoff and just a nice big hole blown open by the Raiders front line.
They're just reading our line.
Nothing fancy, just power. Maple Leafs got beat up front.
1st and 10 at their Geneseo 45-yard line. Shotgun formation.
Hey.
Stacked him up that time after a gain of about 1 yard. Strawhacker on the tackle, along with Craig.
Strawhacker stuffing that one up, and they were stunting on that side with Craig. Hit that line hard, and I think they were fortunate enough to guess the right hole. Strawhacker comes out of the ball game.
2nd and 9.
Burton steps into that nose tackle.
Quarterback's going to keep the ball, gets the ball, throws it out in the flat. Nice coverage out there. Rivera after pick up about 3. Bring up a 3rd and call it a 3rd and long, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 for East Peoria. Just underway here in the second half. 7-0 Maple Leafs up on top. Took the opening drive of the game down for a touchdown and extra point. Now we're 10:28 left in the 3rd quarter.
East Peoria is certainly a more formidable opponent then at
Flag
least
on the play. Illegal motion.
Shot themselves in the foot a little bit there. Certainly more formidable than the fans are expecting.
Yes.
You can tell by the reaction of the crowd this was not expected. I'm sure the coaching staff and the players, you know, are trying to show them respect because they're playing a well football game. Once again, the stamina, the conditioning effect is going to kick in here in the second half, and we'll see who's really had that first good few weeks of practice.
3rd and 11. Gets the ball out to the flat here. And brought down. Last diving tackle by Rowley, number 16, brings it number 8 down, close to the first down. He'll be shorted by about a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
And Matt Rowley did just get his ankle, and had he not got that ankle, that'd been a big gainer.
Yep.
It is 4th and very short, and they're probably in position to take a little gamble on this one, 4th and 2.
Kind of a bubble screen type setup.
The screens have been, you mentioned most of their completions in the first half were that little screen.
Yep.
And it's been very successful for them here. The Leafs are going to have to make that adjustment.
Nothing they didn't know was coming from the scouting report. Bubble screen was on it. Another flag on the play.
Got a great
quarterback, had a nice read right at the middle, takes the ball down to the 15, but I think it's going to come back.
That's that same option play where he puts it in the running back's belly and
just reads
and pulls it out or gives it to him. Now,
that's going to be a big penalty. If they move the ball down inside the 15-yard line, now they have to mark off this penalty, and they'll bring a punt team in.
Quarterback Nick Hafley very disappointed in that play after he just really thought he's taking his team down inside that red zone, ready to punch that thing into the goal line. Walks off somewhat dejectedly. Hopefully, you never know what particular player, what event of the ball game is going to.
Yeah, something like that could have went the whole way. That
it
may not have happened.
Yeah, it can change the tide, especially mentally and momentum.
Rolling and Singbush back deep by the 12-yard line. Knuckleball kick. They'll let that ball roll. It wasn't a good one to field.
It's a great one if you're a punter, though.
Yep, rolls dead at the 6-yard line.
That ball got a beautiful bounce, well placed, and the Maple Leafs start deep in their own territory. 6-yard line, they're going to have to try to grind this thing out.
7-0, Maple Leafs are on top here with 9:07 left in this third quarter. Ball, as you said, on the 7-yard line of the Green Machine. They'll have to make a big drive of it here, get that offense going again. After that first drive, we really haven't had the offense.
Maple Leafs the Machine had another nice drive going there in the second quarter.
Yep.
And on first down, elect to put the ball up, and the Raider defensive back, man, outstanding, flying interception.
Got a sweep
to stop that drive.
Hoon's got a little bit of a corner in front of him. Can he beat him around the corner? He's still on his feet. Hoon's going to be out close to the first down. As they tackle him at about the 17-yard line, it will be close. And where they mark on that far sideline if he picked up a first down. Hoon with a sweep play to the left side.
Landon's going to get a lot of carries this season. You know, he's
getting up a little gimpy though. He's got a little bit of a limp to himself.
Yeah. He's actually coming off the field, which is kind of a surprise, a rare deal. Singbush checks in.
Singbush
to that spot.
Singbush checks in, as you said, along with
Michael Daniels with the play.
Daniels with the play, yep.
So we'll see if Race gets a touch of that football.
Oh, just about squirted through. That time did Burris. Picks up the first down, moves it outside the 20-yard line to the 21. 1st and 10 leads with 8:33 left in this third quarter. Geneseo up by the score 7-0.
It's all about speed of execution and blocking. Blew a nice hole right up the middle. Once again, Seth Daniels at that center position is such a key to this offense when they decide they have to establish that fullback.
First and 10. Right up the middle it goes that time. Again with Burris on the carry. Advised that Hoon's just fighting some cramps right now as they're working him over, as we can see now, on the sideline. Bring up 2nd and 8. Ball's in the 21-yard line of Geneseo. We're going towards the south end zone. out by the score 7-0.
This was a day where you tell the guys to make sure you take in a lot of water all day long.
Yep.
And you know, you can't hardly get enough sometimes for a night like this.
Second man through, gets the ball. Carry that time was
Singbush.
Moves the ball out to the 30 or the 28-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and 4, and this is very doable. Obviously, who's that checked in? DeCap checked in with the play.
Number 23.
Yep.
All right.
I'm still not used to the
numbers,
the numbers, but the play runners yet.
3rd and 4.
Stuffed that one big time.
Point of attack that time.
Yeah.
You're right. You can hear the pop up here.
Big man in there, number 65. Put the crunch on that play, and it's going to be 4th down. At least stop, not too deep in their own territory, but deep enough that the Raiders are going to come out in good field position.
Didn't gain a whole lot there. Daniels on the sideline now with some cramps, as our sideline reporter reports to us. And on punt formations, Mitch Miller, I'm sorry, Mitch Miller. Good snap. End over and kick.
Bounce. Oh, nice.
Field tackle that time by Behrens.
Nice play by David Behrens. If he doesn't get him right on the spot, he's going to pick up quite a few more yards. And here comes Michael Daniels limping again. Was that Michael Daniels you said had the cramp issue? Because he's looking like it. He's pulling on his toe right there. He doesn't want to come out.
First and 10.
Again, he's not getting much rest out there. He's going both ways.
Right.
He's probably not getting a lot of water.
1st and 10 for East Peoria as they go towards the north end zone here at Geneseo. Wide receiver out near side, way out here in front of the Geneseo bench.
Got Huffman on the side again. Similarly, just trying to get him some time off, get him a drink, give him some rest.
They had caved in that time. It's all snuffed that one. Loss of a couple yards in the play as they did not get over the 45. Going to bring it up second. That's caught 2nd and 12.
Daniels, Behrens in on that play. Panacucci in on that play. Stuffing it up. Strawhacker back in the ball game. Trying to bottle things up in that middle of the line.
7-0 Maple Leafs on top. 5:45 left in the 3rd quarter. East Peoria with the ball. Shotgun formation. One back right behind the quarterback.
I think you might want to look for.
He's going to look to throw the ball. Puts the ball in the air. Incidental contact on the far sideline. The far sideline was pass interference, but it was incidental contact. Their feet just got wrapped up as they were running side by side. No call as he lands in the long jump hit on the far side.
I'm not sure what the crowd is really upset about, but we got them riled up. Got the crowd up in a frenzy here.
Yep. Timeout in the field, East Peoria. The Raiders of East Peoria. They like to spread the field wide open to throw the ball. And I don't remember last year when we played them, they ran that spread offense or just they ran a basic run the ball and pass as you need to type offense.
I believe they did. I remember, for some reason, I remember the freshman and sophomore games better, and I know they did at that level. They did that level? Yeah.
So we have a timeout in the field here with 5:32 left in this 3rd quarter. Geneseo up by the score of 7-0. This opening game of the 2011 season. Maple Leafs will be taking on the Chicago Manly team next week here at the Bob Reed Field.
This, and I'm sure our coaching staff knew this, but it does make a little bit of sense now watching this team because, the freshman and sophomore groups were pretty nice groups. Matter of fact, their freshman group was one of the few that beat us. I think our freshman group had 2 losses last year, maybe,
right,
and that was one of them. And with all the players that they had playing up, they still had good depth at the lower levels. So this team is going to be something to reckon with in the future. So it's not that big of a shock that they're playing good football.
So they come right to the line of scrimmage. Does East Peoria, the Raiders. 3 receivers out this near side. Watch for a little bubble screen. That's what they're going to look at.
They're going to roll that incomplete.
And that's what they ran with that bubble screen this near sideline. Our defense read that one out. Fourth down, East Peoria.
Matt Rowley all over that football. He was hoping they were going to call that a catch and drop, but it was incomplete. Fourth and a big chunk of yardage, so Leafs are going to get that football back.
All indications are they're going to punt. Check in the game for the Leafs.
Rowley and Singbush back. Uh-oh. Huffman out. They're trying to figure out who
Burton gets back on the field.
Who comes in, who comes out.
Watch for something fake here. No.
Ooh.
All right.
I don't know exactly what that fake was all about, but it was not effective.
The punt rolls did. I just had to watch it to see what was going on out there. The ball rolls down to the 31-yard line. First and 10 for the Maple Leafs as the offense needs to get a little spark here.
Well, the punter did a little bit of a juke step there,
yeah.
and was trying to probably freeze the lineman, maybe so they couldn't get back, the return set up. I don't know what else it was going to accomplish with that, but it didn't accomplish much. It almost got it blocked.
Yep, first and 10 Leafs at their own 31-yard line. Daniels brings them up line of scrimmage. Out wide comes Michael Daniels. Gives the ball to 33. Looks like on the carry that time for the Leafs, which would be Grant Burris. Picks up about 3.
That looked like that was going nowhere, but he did pick up about 3.
He's had a way to squirt through there, doesn't he?
Did a nice job. He kind of rolled off that pile, picked up a little bit extra.
Burris with 53 yards in the first half.
Snyder comes in with the play this time, and he decides he wants to hear it firsthand.
Up we come, wing back, Hoon on the right side. Snyder, the quarterback, looks him over. There goes sweep play. We have a chance to get something around the corner here. Mitchell with the carry.
Mitchell.
He'll get the first down. A second effort there as he took on a fellow about 50 pounds heavier than him and went right through him for the first down.
Well, that's
nice job, Derek.
That's the way Derek Mitchell plays the football game, and he was actually hoping that guy wouldn't go down low. He wanted him to stand up so he could punish him.
Roll him.
He wasn't even sure about how much yardage he wanted to gain. He wanted to punish that defender.
Yep. First and 10 Leafs, moves the ball out to the 44-yard line. It's called 43-yard line.
Back to the basics.
First and 10. The cap goes wide left. Out there alongside him is Hoon, I believe. Give the ball up the middle this time. Nope, no. Schneider keeps the ball. Moves out, gets about 3. I thought Burris had the carry.
It was a single setback on that play with the wideouts.
Blake Rust checks in the game. The senior, 6 foot, 205 pounds.
Doesn't appear that
Burris.
A lot of people getting some action tonight. Doesn't appear that anybody has any serious injuries, just a little cramp action, but everybody who has come out with those cramps has got back in.
Exactly. Here we go, second and 6 we'll call it. 3:35 left in the second.
I wish they spent a little more time by the watering hole, though.
Yep. Take care of themselves a little more. Only get about a yard in the play, if anything, that time. We're going to bring up third, and we'll call it 3rd and 6 for the Leafs. The ball sets at the 47-yard line. Call it 3rd and 5. Clock's on the move with 3:11 left in the third quarter. Maple Leafs up on top, 7-0, courtesy of the opening drive of the game.
Coach Johnson wants to make sure Drew DeCap has got a good handle on that play. This is Coach Johnson's famous 3rd and 5 play where he picks up 6.5.
They're getting going. The ball fumbled and Schneider catches it in midair.
Retained possession of the football, but he's going to be short of the first down by about
a yard?
Yeah, half a yard, about 2 feet.
They're moving the ball all over the place out there.
Yeah.
Right in midfield.
They're going to, just for giggles, they're going to measure this thing, but he's going to be a foot short.
Yep. The coach on the far side of him really helping him out, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is not happy with that spot, but it's still going to be short by about a foot.
Yep.
And I don't know.
We have the punt team on the field, looks like, with JJ out there.
Ball just across midfield on the 48-yard line of East Peoria.
Yeah,
maybe that line's crooked enough to just bend that thing just enough.
That's going to be close. Well, that's going to be just inches.
It's a foot.
It's an inch.
It's 8 inches, John. Anyway, it's short, and they're going to
watch the replay. Here we go.
It's short, and they're going to go for it.
They got to get the yard markers set first. They're going the wrong way. Here we go.
Yeah, official calls. Whoa, wait a minute here.
Timeout. Timeout, East Peoria. Timeout, East Peoria.
The official, I think, is still talking about that spot. He did not like that spot at all.
Yeah, when you see the play card and stuff flinging forward like that, I mean, they're not happy.
Is anybody getting text from Pete Yeager over there? Can we hear what's going on the other sideline?
Oh, let's not start that. That could be something.
We need to get a spotter on the far sideline and get some real insight.
Oh, I bet those guys who run the change could give you some insight.
Fourth and 8 inches. This is where you find out how that it's pretty much revamped offensive line.
It's the width of a foot, not the length of the foot, Bob. Here we go, though. 4th down. This is kind of a big play here with 2:26 left in this third quarter. Geneseo is up 7-0. East Peoria is going to stack them up thick there, right in the middle. Full house backfield behind Schneider.
Hey, he's got
going to carry the ball. 1st down, Geneseo. All that for a solid run right at the gut by Hoon between his 2 running back partners in the backfield.
I don't know very much about this game, but if I wanted 8 inches, I'd definitely give it to my most experienced back.
Yep.
Landon Hoon has got the most experience in that backfield, and he picked up some nice yardage for him. Hit that hole really hard and quick. Got to give some kudos to that left side over there. Big boys over on that left side blew a nice hole over there.
1st and 10 leaves at the 43-yard line of East Peoria. Oh, he's got a blocker out in front. Oh, nice run that time by Mitchell.
Mitchell again trying to running over people.
Solid.
Nice hole, nice read. Picked up about 5.
Moves the ball inside the 40 to the 38-yard line of the Raiders.
Johnson and Luxmore over here on this side, doing the blocking on the right side. Huffman and Burton still over on the left side.
Daniel setting himself tight in this same side, the right side. 2nd and 5, 1:21 left. Ball's fumbled. I think Schneider fell on it.
You don't see any white jerseys cheering for joy, but that makes it 3rd and a little longer than they wanted to have.
Looks like Johnson may have recovered the fumble.
How did he see that ball? He's supposed to be blocking.
Maybe not.
That was just a bad connection on the exchange.
3rd and 5.
From center to quarterback.
3rd and 5.
Early mistakes.
Nice job of holding it. Double go that time. Double go, and our guys did not flinch a bit.
The officials are going to talk about this to see if anybody saw anybody move. They did not. It's going to be defensive.
Nobody moved for us, did they? Okay. Our replay in the booth only here. We were able to catch that there was no movement Geneseo's side at all, as complaint comes from the play sheet in the far sideline. March off 5. That's going to be right at the 1st down.
I've always heard about those guys on TV that had advantage of replay. Just never actually seen it in action. This TV 50 is nothing but first class, Keith.
Enjoy doing it. Up we come.
1st down on the 33-yard line. Maple Leafs driving. This is their really first effective drive they've had in this half.
26 seconds left in the clock here in this 3rd quarter. Ball goes up the middle. Burris with the carry, moves the ball right to the 30, and that's going to probably pretty much wrap it up here for us in this third quarter as the clock ticks down inside the 10 seconds left in this third period. And we'll just let the clock run out as that'll do it for the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play here at Bob Reed Field, the score is the East Peoria Raiders 0, the Green Machine 7.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Studio G Salon and Spa, Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Geneseo Telephone Company, Phoenix Interiors, Central Bank, Holland & Sons Equipment, Durian Builders, Turpins of Geneseo, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Crow Ford, Stackhouse Moore Funeral Services, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back to Green Machine football. 12 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter of this opening game of the 2011 season. The Green Machine up by the score 7-0 over the Raiders of East Peoria.
It's been a little bit of a surprising game, John, because the blowout last year down there at East Peoria. But you know, this is again, it was a very inexperienced team. They went 1-8, I believe. At least on the drive, snapped the football.
Trying to find the seam. Nice contact over that far sideline inside the 30. On the carry is Mitchell.
But Mitchell with a nice gain out there on the wide. You know, this is the kind of territory that's where you need, 5 yards of play. You're going to take it.
To bring a third down.
Picked up about 4.
Third down and 4. Ball's on the 28-yard line. Need to keep this thing moving. 11:30 left in the ball game. Geneseo up 7-0.
You never want to use all 4 downs, but you have 4 when you're in this territory. Yep. Maple Leafs going to find out what they're made of here with a strong fourth quarter.
Double wing set.
Oh my!
Gets it up over the 25, I believe. He fell forward or right at the 25. But it's going to bring up a fourth down for the Leafs. 4th and 3.
Nice play by Lucas Joseph, number 57. He just stunted and stood him right. I start up the ball carrier for very little gain. It's going to be 4 and a pretty tough 2 yards.
DeCap checks into the huddle, number 23, the senior. Green Machine looking to go to the north end zone.
Mitchell Miller checks into the ball game. Number 25 at the wingback position.
Timeout called on the field by Geneseo. Coach Johnson called the timeout from the sideline. The referee standing right in front of him.
So we got Burris and Hoon and Mitchell. No, I'm sorry, Mitch Miller.
Mitch Miller,
at the running back. In kind of a critical situation here because this game is a long ways from over. Maple Leafs with a tenuous 7-point lead. Scored on the very first possession of the ball game. Dominated defensively on the very first possession by the Raiders, and from that point on, this has been a battle.
It has been a battle back and forth.
Back and forth. Both teams have had a couple of drives where they've taken it down the field, but couldn't get pay dirt. And the Maple Leafs, again, approaching the red zone, but a critical 4th and 2 play coming up.
Here we go, 4th. Instead of the long 2.
Cut it in.
Oh, he's got to get over that. Well, in the situation, we need to know where the first down marker is, and just didn't get to it that time, as we could have cut it up field possibly. Easy for us to say from this vantage point, too.
Yeah, obviously he could see that field better than we could from there, but it looked like you know, maybe you cut it in, but he was trying to get outside and give credit to that. Give a credit to that Raider defensive end, or that safety came up there, the corner, whoever came up there, got his hand out there and tripped up Hoon. Had Hoon got by that outstretched arm, then he'd have gone a long ways.
So we turn the ball over on downs. Geneseo's defense comes out in the field. I have to make a stand here with 10:23 left. South by the score is 7-0. Wide left, 2 right.
Nice.
Nice job. The defense strung it out. And once again, the quarterback just reads what's going on in front of him and decides to keep it or give it.
And he gave it. He got it. Landon Hoon came up, read that wide turn by the defensive or the offensive running back. That was number 46 again. Keep forgetting.
No gain to play, maybe a loss of a foot.
Pottendijk, your favorite name.
Pottendijk.
Stick him.
Nice job that time. Nice tackle by Raschke. Nice tackle, number 44.
Little flat pass out there was effective, picked up about 4, but Raschke on the stick.
Read that one the whole way. It brings up a 3rd and about 6.
Didn't mean to call that play before it happened. I was hoping hoping the timing would step up just a little bit and jar that thing loose.
You can see it. 2 receivers out wide, right of our defense.
Big 3rd down play.
Drop back to pass, looking to get a bubble screen going out there.
Redwell,
nice job. Nice job.
The ball's loose. The ball's loose.
Still fighting for the ball down the bottom. I think Geneseo may have gotten the ball. Geneseo comes out of the pile with the ball. Number 5-5 has the ball. That's Tyler Craig. Now we got to stick it in the end zone. 9 minutes left in the ball game. Up 7-0. Maple Leafs recover a fumble on the East Peoria about 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
That was read well by Hoon, by Daniels, by Rivera.
They were just holding their guy in place there, looking for the ball to wait to come to get rid of their blocker.
We talked earlier that if they're going to be successful, they're going to have to adjust to that screen.
Here we go.
They did a nice job adjusting on that play.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line of East Peoria.
So he can strike quick.
Oh, Miller.
That's Mitchell.
That's Mitchell with the ball. He fought off one tackle. I don't think the tackler knew he had the ball. Hit him solidly, bounced off of that and went close to a 1st down, maybe a yard short. Give him 9 yards, maybe on the carry.
If you ever want to see somebody who fits the description of a pinball, he's just bouncing.
It took 2 guys to bring him down at the end.
He's bouncing off of guys and finally did come down after he finally ran over the guy.
We'll have to call it a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 for the Leafs. Ball sits in the 20-yard line. They'll go double wing set with Hoon on the right side, Mitchell on the left side, Burris at fullback. Schneider, quarterback, sends one in motion, gives the ball. Schneider keeps the ball. Schneider looks around the corner. Schneider goes for a touchdown. No indication yet. Touchdown, Geneseo. Be the 5th call to Roma's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. Must redeem within 1 week.
The key to that strike, John, is the momentum that they received when they recovered that. A great play on a 3rd down in a kind of a must-stop situation. Got the momentum with the recovered fumble and struck quickly while the Raiders were still sulking over losing that football.
All right, claws in to try the PAT. Beautiful snap, kicks up, off to the left. As it leaves the score 13-0. On the extra point attempt was wide to the left side. Geneseo.
Another sign of good teams is the one that can take seize the opportunity, take advantage of that opportunity given them, and the Leafs obviously got it just a little bit of a gift. They were going to receive the ball on a punt anyway, but they got great field possession, struck quick, 2 plays, all done, 13-0 lead. 8 minutes left to go in the ball game, and it's a lot different game now.
Yes, it is. Got 8:11 left on the clock, though, and we've seen East Peoria. They want to throw that ball.
It just makes such a difference in how you can play the football game, though, with a 13-point lead as opposed to a 7.
Yep. Claus will tee it up again. Sawyer Claus.
We've got a couple more guys stretching. J.J. Rivera looks like he's trying to stretch out a cramp, while the student trainer's shoveling water down his throat. Kind of interesting. Several players have been fighting cramps tonight. It is one of those humid evenings where you just lose a lot of moisture.
Here we go. Claus with a nice kick. Going to land it about the 15-yard line. Nice tackle, open field there.
Solo tackle on that one by Mitch Miller.
Get rewarded to keep him out there on defense then. Going to line up in the linebacker position.
Mitch Miller jumping in there, had a couple offensive plays and special teams, and getting some defensive work.
Miller's in there along with Barons. Go ahead.
Junior was a key player on that sophomore squad last year.
Yes.
Working his way into some good playing time as a junior.
Cameron Panicucci in there, the line position. Reschke, Rowley, Hoon.
Rivera is the one that stepped out just a little bit, trying to get those cramps taken care of.
Shotgun formation, receiver everywhere. That's yours, Ethan. Nice defense, nice defense. Reschke on the coverage down here at the 40 or 35-yard line. Had perfect play that time by Reschke.
Turned into a little bit of a jump ball as both the defender and the receiver were kind of there as the ball was there, just a little ahead of the ball, so it turned into a jump ball, and Ethan didn't do anything crazy and try to come down with the ball, just tried to get it down
Fundamental
to
play.
The ground, make sure that the receiver didn't get his paws on it. 3rd and 10, great situation for the Leafs.
Second down.
Second and 10.
Yep.
My bad.
Shotgun formation, gonna look for the screen out here once again. Geneseo's all over the field chasing things down.
We'll pick up Reschke, Rowley, and is that Barons over there? Barons, I believe, is over on the coverage.
Yes, from his linebacker position.
About 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Once again, those 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8s are huge plays in a football game. 3rd down conversions make or break you.
4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield along with the quarterback. Ball on the ground. Recovered by Geneseo. That was a very well played ball that was J.J. Rivera. He knocked the ball loose, held the quarterback off, and then he dove on the ball himself. Geneseo football at the East Peoria, 36-yard line.
I think they're giving Panicucci credit for the recovery.
Okay.
It's either Panicucci or Fudge. Tyler Craig, I'm not sure, but I think it was Panicucci come up with that football.
1st and 10 Leafs. Timeout East Peoria. What, do you want to review or something? How'd that replay look? Give the official here. See, he just holds that quarterback away and then goes to it.
No, that was Rivera that brought him down.
And Rivera got the ball.
Rivera had to come up with that football. He was right on top of it.
There he goes. Yeah, Rivera with the fumble.
Outstanding play by J.J. Rivera. We're like a bunch of kids with a new toy here with this replay stuff. We had to wait till Sunday to figure out if we got it right before. We actually know now.
And it's not good. 7:15 left on the clock here in this 4th quarter. Geneseo up by the score 13-0. East Peoria with the ball Geneseo with the ball 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 2
fumble recoveries in a row for the Maple Leafs. Last one they really struck quick, 2-play drive, and it was 6.
Oh, Burris had 1 stride.
He did. And there was nobody left, but he got tripped up. Somebody reached out and tripped him in the line of scrimmage. He did pick up about 3, but there was nobody left if he could have snuck through there.
They were bringing everybody.
Nice job of Snyder actually getting the ball, because they were shoving that defensive line as hard as they could to try to bottle that up.
Nice job by Daniel snapping that ball to the quarterback when you got heat coming at you like that. Ball's fumbled that time. Looks like Schneider got bent over sideways there. Lexmore comes up with a limp. Clock's on the move inside 6:30. 13-0, Maple Leafs on top.
Because of the fumble recovery, the ball is in great field position for the Leafs, but it's 3rd and about 8, so it's going to be, this is going to be one of Coach Johnson's specialties right here.
Yep. You can do a double go here to hold things, maybe pick up 5 and make it reasonable.
Nah. Who's going to get the ball right here? It was a double go. They didn't bite on it.
Just tough getting outside of him. Mitchell with a sweep play to the right side. Just can't get an outside corner for him. Brings up a 4th down for the Leafs, and a good place to go for it here.
It's not a bad place to go for it. It's a 4th and long. It's certainly out of field goal range, so tough call, and we're going to go.
The cap checks in.
The cap brings the play in. Talks to Mr. Snyder. Go see if Mr. Snyder can connect on one of those quick little slants again.
5:20 left on the clock.
Not.
4th and 6. He's going to throw the ball.
Yep. There
nice
it is.
Snag
there it is.
by Mitchell. Beautiful catch on the fingertips by Mitchell to pick up the 1st down. Snyder with just a little 10-yard out pattern to Mitchell. Just a beautiful catch over in front of the long jump hit on the far sideline.
Nice little rollout, not a lot of pressure. There was no pressure from the defensive line. Snyder took his time, dumped it off Mitchell. Mitchell had his hands crossed just a little bit, but he pulled it in.
Yep.
Tucked it in before he was hit. 1st and 10 Maple Leafs.
23-yard line of East Peoria. Double wing set. Snyder's gonna let the clock milk down a little bit.
That's first
on the
man.
carry.
Yep, that's first man again.
Burris takes the ball down to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 7, we'll call it. Clock's on the move. 4:33 left in the ball game. Geneseo's up 13-0.
I have to admit, John, I really expected East Peoria to fall off just a little bit here in the 4th quarter from a conditioning standpoint, but they're really sticking with it.
Yep, they are.
They're digging. They're not winning the ball game, but they're trying to gain some respect.
Second man through's going to get it. This time Hoons with the carry.
This time he did turn that one inside, picked up some nice yardage.
Yep, got it down to the 15-yard line.
He probably was tempted to take a little dip and try to get outside on that one too, because had he been able to get outside, it was 6.
Barons checks in. Excuse me, that's Michael Daniels.
Daniels in with the play. 3rd and just a short 2.
Ball sits in the 15-yard line of East Peoria. First down picked up by Burris, number 33 at the fullback slot. Moves it down to about the 13. Be enough for the first down.
It's hard to tell. That official looks like he's staggering back and forth. Hopefully he didn't get hit.
Yeah, first down indicated.
Now they are in that red zone. Now this is just really good training for the the offensive line, the backs, their execution drills that they've been working on. See how well they pay off, because this is where it gets tough. Trying to push a ball right through a wall down inside the 15-yard line. This is tough. This is tough sledding.
Wing back right side, Hoons. Schneider at quarterback. Schneider keeps the ball there. I think he missed the handoff, possibly. And bring up a 2nd down. Loss of about a yard on the play. Clock's on the move with 2:44 left. So they've been a real good test here tonight for the Maple Leafs.
It has been a good test, and I think that's good. You know, they really, this group has really got to find out where they're at, how they play when the chips are down, how they play in tight ball games, and I'm not sure if they expected it or not, but I think they're probably going to be glad that they had an opportunity to see how they play in a tight ball game.
Yes.
Oh, that was read well.
They were all coming anyway.
Derek Mitchell tried to take that one wide, and there was two white-shirted gentlemen out there were ready to greet him.
There was nobody beyond the line of scrimmage. They're all coming. Inside 2 minutes now.
Well, you get an opportunity to see how well you can throw in the red zone. You get a lot of opportunities here. You can do a lot of different things.
I didn't catch that score. Your field mic, the folks at home probably know what they're saying because the field mic's probably picking up the microphone. Yep.
Gonna have a little timeout here.
Timeout on the field with 1:30 left in this opening game of the 2011 season.
Maple Leafs felt that was a kind of a critical 3rd and long here, and they really wanted to talk it over. Coach Johnson said, "What do you see out there?" Well, I tell you what, like you said, when the way they had them all coming, if they could just sneak somebody,
just a little dump.
Yeah, just a little dump over that pile of bodies, wouldn't take much. Offensive line would just have to hold them long enough to get
just enough to
get a two-step drop and a dump,
keep them from jumping. So there's 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock. Geneseo 13, East Peoria 0. Geneseo with the ball with a 3rd and 15. Ball's on the 19-yard line. A 3rd and 15 situation. Schneider at quarterback.
Yeah, that's going to be against Geneseo, so that's going to move it back. It's going to be 3rd and real long.
Yeah, I think our tackler Burton, 73, was pulling. I think they may have called him on that. You might want to drop back and give it a heave here. I don't know.
It's been a fairly clean game for a first game. You know, that's one of the things you try to get the bugs out of early in the season. You know, the execution, the timing.
Yep.
And you get a few of those penalties, but it's been fairly clean. Obviously, the huge fumbles by East Peoria, you know, that the Maple Leafs recovered. Maple Leafs have also put the ball on the ground about 3 times. Recovered all of them, though.
Here we go, 3rd and 20. Sprint out action.
Now,
God. Rolled him up. Loss in the play. Back to about the 33-yard line.
Once again, trying things out. See what you got. Trying to get
a little sprint out action.
Trying to get Snyder to sprint left and throw right, and he never had a chance to get his feet set. Had to eat that one. It's going to be 4th and a whole bunch of yards.
He's going to stay and try to run a play here, rather than going for the punt. I think they'll inside a minute.
There's 2 things here: running the clock, and you really don't gain a whole lot by a punt. Play clock was 7, 6.
Sorry, needs to get the unders.
Just
in time to throw the ball.
Catch it. Got it.
Very close to the goal line. I think he broke the plane with the ball.
Is very close. He did not signal. He is not signaling touchdown.
They're going to give him a touchdown. Touchdown,
they are going to give him a touchdown.
A 31-yard touchdown pass. Schneider to Mitchell on just a beautiful catch by Mitchell, an effort to get into the end zone.
That was not just a throwaway on 4th down.
Mitchell or?
Yeah, that's Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell on the reception. What a great effort to get in the end zone.
We knew he had at least the 1st down. They took a while to take a good hard look at it. Found out he did cross that plane. Ball popped out of his hand, but it was when he hit the ground, so the ground did not cause a fumble.
Claws on, kicks up. That one's going to be good. 22-0, Geneseo be the 5th caller to the Roma's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only, must be redeemed within 1 week. That was an 11 play, 36-yard drive, 6 minutes and 48 seconds here in this 4th quarter, capped off by a 31-yard touchdown pass. Schneider to Mitchell. Kick was good by Claus to make the score 20-2-0 Maple Leafs.
Having only 27 seconds left to go here in the game, obviously the score is going to look like it wasn't quite as tight as it was, but this was quite a ball game.
Yes, it was.
Right up until midway through the 4th quarter, and the Leafs have scored twice. But that 7-0 was a very tenuous lead.
You know, so many years we go into maybe our 3rd game and don't know what we have yet. Now we have a pretty good idea of what we have right now to build on. You know, wasn't any slouches here tonight we're playing against. The team was fundamentally sound. They're
obviously going to review a lot of film to decide whether we were a little subpar tonight or East Peoria was more than we expected.
Yep.
But I thought they played a good ball game. This East Peoria team is a hard-hitting team. They got size, they got speed.
Yep.
And I thought their execution was really well done for a first game.
Yep.
So
on the tackle there, Geneseo looks like. I'm trying to pick up who it was. It was on the bottom of the pile.
Behrens is getting up slowly. We got to give him some credit.
Yeah, I think it was. I saw somebody with a 6, so it had to be Behrens.
You always, if somebody hangs around the bottom of the pile long enough, you got to say their name. It's just the way, it's the way it goes.
You got to learn to turn their back right to us. Oh, we could have used.
Yeah.
Forgot about the instant replay up here.
Yeah, we got a new toy. I don't know how to use it yet, but the instant replay confirmed that Behrens is on the bottom of that pile, that tackle.
Where'd everybody go? Everybody left right in front of us, Bob.
20 seconds left and 20-point lead. That's the 2020 rule. That's when we used to get to play.
Outside, pass outside. Geneseo snuffs it out. Completed pass by the quarterback, number 15, Hafley. Inside 5 seconds now, counting it down. Geneseo's victorious.
They're going to let it roll.
20-0 on the opening game of this 2011 season. Geneseo Maple Leafs come out on top over the East Peoria Raiders. But I really do feel like we know after this game we have a better idea where we're at than we are in the last few years, where we played that first game against somebody that really didn't give us much of a fight. But we know we've been in the battle already, so we've been a little tested.
Well, this is a very improved East Peoria Raider team, and again, the coaches are going to have to break down a lot of film to see, if the Green Machine performed as well as they want them to or expected them to. But it looks to me, I really thought that East Peoria was a good opponent to have at this stage of the game, and I think they're going to learn a lot from this ball game.
I do too. They saw that spread offense early in the season rather than wait until the playoffs to see that spread offense, and learn how to defend that and what to look for. Tendencies, that type of thing with that spread.
John, I'm going to let Zach Mackey have a crack at this thing. See if he had anything on the sidelines here that any insight that you need to hear.
Have at it.
All right, guys. Coach is really excited with the win. Really turned things up. The Green Machine in that second half, and got the offense going. And you really saw the Geneseo offense go to work, starting to get into a rhythm and get the job done. And defense did a fine job with the shutout too. That's about all we had down there on the sideline.
I felt like after we got those fumble recoveries, really what sparked us, and we knew that, and they had that instinct to go for the kill right there, to put that ball in the end zone. They had some urgency. They made the big play of the fumble recovery, and now it was time to go to work and put the ball in the end zone and get paid for it.
Yeah, once they started getting some momentum, they used that and took it all the way down to the end zone, which was nice. And it was one of those games where they get some momentum, East Peoria, but Green Machine would come back and take it away right away and put it back in the Green Machine favor.
Any injuries in the sideline that you see other than this cramping or anything?
No, just some cramps, which is going to happen in this heat, but nothing real serious on the
Mr.
Green Machine.
Mr. Pettit was cramping up here in the press box. It was tough up here. A few of the stats here will bring you Geneseo victorious by the score of 20-0. We'll bring the East Peoria Raiders stats to you first. Rushing the ball, number 46. Jiminy. Potendik, 7 rushes for 51 yards. Hornig, 6 rushes for 14 yards. And Hayfley, 6 rushes for 6 yards. For a total of the team of 20 rushing attempts for 69 yards with an average of 3.5 yards average per carry. Hayfley passing the ball was 10 of 17 for 51 yards, the longest of 13. On Geneseo side of the ball, rushing the ball, Burris, number 33, 17 carries for 80 yards. Hoon, 11 carries for 64. Derek Mitchell, 9 rushes for 26. Schneider, the sophomore, had 9 carries for 22, and Ray Singbush 3 carries for 11. A total rushing yards of 203 yards on the evening, an average of 4.1 yards per carry. The longest run tonight was 23 yards by Hoon. Passing the ball, Schneider was 4 of 5, 1 interception for 54 yards. His longest pass was 31. Receiving the ball, Derek Mitchell, 2 receptions for 40 yards, and just a tremendous effort there right at the end of the game and to put that ball in the end zone. He had a longest reception of 31 yards there in that end of the game. DeCap, 1 reception for 8, and Michael Daniels, 1 reception for 6 yards. So that's pretty much wrap it up for us here this evening. Bob, do you have anything else?
You got to say, John, that the tradition that the Green Machine carries and what it means to be a Green Machine football player really came through in the fourth quarter when they got that football back and just took it in the end zone.
Right.
You can see. There's a lot of talk about, a lot of new players and boy, what's going to happen. But you can see the heart and soul of what it means to be a Green Machine football player and those players out there. And I'm looking forward to a great season because these guys got to play with a lot of heart.
Yep.
Regardless of size, like the Derek Mitchell, type of guy out there just trying to run over guys twice his size. These guys play with heart. They play with enthusiasm, and they did not slow down. Came through in the fourth quarter. When you win the fourth quarter, you usually win the ball game.
I have to agree with you there. Yep. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us here on this opening game of the season, 2011. The Maple Leafs victorious by the score of 20-0. We'll be back here again next week for another 7:30 start against Chicago Manly. Again, that's a start at 7:30, as the same as tonight, against the Chicago Manly of the Public League here at Bob Reed Field.
Trying to figure out whether they have a sophomore game. I don't think that's all resolved yet. Don't even know whether they have a sophomore game contest. Check your papers, and maybe the Republic will know by that time. But check your newspapers and kind of stay tuned. Maybe Keith can get you that information.
Geneseo High, we'd like to recognize the following people who help us put this whole production on the air. The Geneseo High School Geneseo High School for their accommodations. Also for Greg Smith and WGRG crew back in the studio. The statisticians, Willis Andel and John Buzzard. Sideline reporter, Zach Mackey. Technical operations, Keith Kennett. And, of course, Bob Pettit, myself, John Rowley. Just pleased to bring this game to you every Friday night here in the fall. So that'll pretty much do it and wrap us up for us here tonight. Geneseo victorious by the score of 20-0. Thanks for listening. Good evening.